Okay, so hopefully there's not too much of a shadow, but I wanted to show you main ingredient. This is what makes it creamy. We're going to use some white beans, or you can use cannelli beans. And just for speed, because I know that a lot of people are busy and they're not into the whole soaking your beans. I wanted to show you that you can make this dressing. What I did was I got a can of organic Great Northern beans, and I took about I'd say a half a cup, a little bit more than a half a cup. For those of you that do want to soak your beans and do everything not in a can, what you can do is, this is about a half a cup, so it's going to make a little bit more of just some dried, like a cannelli bean, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to take your beans and you want to go ahead and soak it in water. You want to soak it in water anywhere between, I'd say, 4 to 8 hours, and you want to continue to I'd say every couple of hours when you walk past the beans, when you go to the kitchen, swap out the water. So you're going to dump out this water and put new water in. All right, so you can make the beans that way, but again, for ease of the recipe and to show you how quick we can do this, we're going to use the canned Great Northern beans. We're going to do a couple squeezes of lemon, and we're going to add garlic. We're going to add some parsley. We've got some nice fresh oregano, and then I have a little bit of water in this bowl just to see whether or not I want to have the dressing a little bit more liquidy. And then we have some Himalayan salt. I use Himalayan salt. However, what I want you to know is that for people that don't want to use salt, there are a couple of different ingredients that you could use if you don't want to do the salt thing. So here are the options. You can substitute tamari for your regular salt, all right? And please know that tamari, it's made out of soybeans, and it does have some salt in there, and the salt is almost the last ingredient. You can also use a soy sauce. So soy sauce is also with soybeans. Soy sauce does have wheat and it does have salt, but if you don't want to use regular salt, you can use those two items. And then you also can put in your liquid aminos. So any one of these that I've pulled out, all right, salt, salt, salt. And you want to start off with maybe about a teaspoon, and then work your way up. If it's not the flavor that you like, just add a little bit more. But if you're going to use any of these, please know that it will turn out just a little bit dark. So mine's going to be a little bit lighter. If you use any of these, it's going to be a little bit darker. And just know that the liquid aminos, that does not have additional salt in it. All right, so when I make salad dressings, I cannot live without, I sound like Oprah, that's cray cray. I can't live without my magic bullet. Can you see that? Love the magic bullet. That's how I make my dressings. And for those of you that have not used the magic bullet, you have different blades that you can use. Typically, if I want something smoother, I'm going to use this blade, which you can see is a little bit more shallow. This one is much higher up. So for my salad dressings, I'm going to use the lower blade, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my small cup, and we'll be good to go. All right, let's start this process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pour my beans in. We're not looking for perfection, folks. If I spill, don't get all upset. All right, so we're going to go and take that. We're going to do a little splash of lemon. And I'd say that you're going to have roughly about a tablespoon and a half. And the reason why I do it like this is because, as you can see, the seeds come out, and I want to be able to catch those seeds. Okay, super easy. Then what I'm gonna do, I love parsley, good iron. So your beans are protein. This is some good iron. Use as much as you like. Make sure to rinse off your parsley before you use it. Then I'm gonna take a stalk of oregano. You can use dried oregano, your choice, but I take a stalk. Again, I like things to be really, really strong in flavor. So what I'll do is I'll use one stalk first, and then I will go ahead and once I finish, I'm going to taste it. Once I start blending it, I'll go ahead and taste it, and then I will add any additional ingredients that I want. Super easy. A little bit of water, and this is about 1/4 cup of water, so I'm just using a little bit of water. And this is about, I'd say, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I'm just going to use half of it because I don't like things really salty. So I'll use half of that. I'll go ahead and put my lid on. I'm going to move these things to the side. There will be a little bit of noise, so bear with me, or maybe I'll play some music. All right. We're just going to snap this into place. I'm shaking it to feel the consistency. Now, because I put a lot of that green in and the parsley, it is green. So as I'm doing this, I can see that it's still a little bit lumpy. So I'm going to go and add a little bit more water, but not before I test it out. That tastes good. So I know that I want a little bit more lemon in there because I've tasted it, and I want a little bit more lemon. I want some more water, and I also want another stalk of oregano. If you used dried oregano, you wouldn't have to use as much, just to let you know that. So you can take the oregano from your spice rack, put that in there, a little bit more water. And this is how I go about making my anything that I make. I go ahead and put items in my bowl, in my blender, and then I'll go ahead and mix a little bit of it, and then I'll go and add what I need. Because sometimes when you follow somebody's recipe, it's too salty for you, or maybe it's not spicy enough. So I always start out and do half of it, and then I'll do the other half later. So we're gonna go ahead and mix this again. All right, let's see how this is. And I only make salad dressings in small batches because I don't want to waste it. And since we're working with beans, the lifespan of the bean and the other ingredients, because there are no preservatives in it, you're gonna have to, if you're gonna make it, you need to use it, okay? Just know that. All right, so good enough for me. I could have blended it for an additional couple of minutes, but not really necessary. Take a look at that. How beautiful is that, right? And you saw that it took no time at all. All right, creamy Italian. Now, this is the plant-based creamy Italian, no preservatives. If you're gonna use any of the tamari or the soy or the Bragg's, remember, your color's gonna be a little bit different, but don't get hung up on the color, right? You just wanna go ahead and put all the ingredients together, put it in your bullet, zap it for a little bit, taste it. And if you need to go ahead and add ingredients, that's okay too, because you wanna know something? You're the one that's eating it, and it has to be delicious for you. So I'm gonna go and try this right now. That's good. Yummy. So what I do is, sometimes if I'm only making one, I'll go ahead and store my salad dressing in this. But I love to use canning jars. I think I got this canning jar, a set of 4. I think I got that at Target. and I paid maybe, for this one, maybe $5.99. So let me show you what that looks like. And I'm going to show you for each of the recipes that I make. See, it's little. It's little, and it's just enough to hold this. Now, if you want to be organized in your refrigerator, because you do have to keep your dressings refrigerated, I also have this one. I like these as well, because when I'm making different dressings, I can go ahead and stack it easily in my refrigerator. So these flat ones, I think at Target I paid maybe $4.99. So these are $4.99 roughly for a pack of 4, and I think that these were $5.99 for a pack of 4. But there you have it. Lovely, delicious, creamy Italian dressing. And remember, it's all natural, it's plant-based, so do not expect this to taste like the preservative-ridden Italian dressing that's on the middle aisle of your shopping center. All right, so I wish you much success in making this delicious creamy Italian dressing, and let me know how it goes, and I wish you happy and healthy eating.